So yeah, I think it's going to look and feel different. It may feel a little bit like a non-event, and a lot of times if you're fixing things for Google Search Console, it'll also correct it for Bing. But yeah, go ahead and treat it like a this has to happen sort of install and set up and process.
Yeah, great. Number fifth and final. More SEO tools you can use is a CDN or content delivery network. Michael, what is a CDN, and how is it different than, say, like a shared hosting plan with Bluehost or HostGator or some of those things? I actually don't think I know the difference between those. Yeah,
one of the sort of these things have been around for a while. I've been using these. Gosh, I'd have to say at least 10 years. And I'm just checking in my notes here, but Cloudflare is one of the ones.
Probably the biggest one.
So just a note here, many use Cloudflare for what it offers in speed and security, but there are numerous options to determine budget and priorities. What a CDN is doing is it's spreading your content around the planet to servers that are closer to the user, physically closer, and that are just set up to drop that asset out to the internet at lightning speed.
Yeah, the closer you are, the faster it's going to load.
Closer you are, the faster you are. Yeah, and this doesn't change or offset or take away any of the other things that you could do to improve your website. So if you have an image that's too big that's on your website and you need to shrink it down, get it right-sized for the display area, that's still true. So this isn't a magic bullet that solves bad SEO in other areas. But what it does is it gets your entire library of assets out to where they can be served faster. And there are different ways this can be implemented. There are a lot of different settings and features of these networks. And they don't always have a real big bang for the buck. It depends on your business. But I would say that if you're doing something that is asset heavy and you're serving
if you're a local news station that's got a bunch of video,
yeah, it'd be worth looking at, but sometimes it's going to be harder to get the benefit out of it for different situations. Yeah, but I would say the way I would treat a CDN, because at the end of the day, this is a cost-benefit analysis. These things carry cost to use them. So what you're going to have to do, and you can roll out these programs and negotiate to not get into a 12 or 24-month deal with them, but try to run it and see and test your page speed before and after. And also you can do some analysis with these vendors and ask them, what are you willing to tell us that our page delivery is going to improve with your platform? They'll have their standard stuff, but they need to be able to tell you, yes, we're going to be able to help you before you commit the cost. But yeah, if you're doing something like e-commerce, you may have not just one product image, but you may have 5 or 10 different images for a particular product. And if you do, you really want all that loaded up so that when the user gets around to clicking image 2, image 3, image 4, all that stuff's already been served and loaded. And so the faster that can be, the better. So this is a really big factor for e-commerce sites. It's a really big factor, I'd say, for high traffic websites, Chris. And then where those hosting companies come in, I would say faster hosting is better too, but it's a separate issue.
And if you're using a platform like Shopify for e-commerce, Shopify's already got that taken care of for you.
So depending on what you're using, you may already have this box checked. So, and that's really more of a web developer question. But you don't have to do it for every situation, but in a lot of situations, this is one of those little tips and tricks that can make the difference.
Great. Yeah. All right. That's it for this episode. Please follow us on, Michael, Dodgeball SEO on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, all the places where content happens.
Yeah. Subscribe and like and drop your comments below as always. Thanks, everybody.